Tier 5 Jackdaws. We're going to do a bit of running of these guys, see what happens. And by see what happens, I mean I'm going to make some misc. This is one of the ones that's been requested a fair bit from me lately, so I figure we'll give it a go. We have my alt on my watch list here, so we can keep an eye on what happens on that. Because there is the possibility of him going pop all of a sudden. I recommend up until January use the tetri bomb boosters. I am not currently using them, just because I want to do this so that the video lasts a little bit longer. That's not right. So yeah, absolutely feel free to do that. I apparently switched something on this fit because I apparently wanted to kill somebody. I can't remember what for, but I have to dock up for a moment. Why was I trying to murder a hobo? That's just a matter of putting my cat battery back on. These fits are not particularly expensive, but the Jackdaw has gone up in price slightly, so they're a little bit more right now. Is this my cheap one? One sec. Not quite. I had IFFAs, or it's not IFFAs. I had 2 T2s on that. Okay, that's got 2 T2s. Why is this one not? Oh, because that's fitting that on. Okay, nope, we can fix that. So let's take this. We're going to switch this over to here, this over to here. Need a Republic Fleet battery. How is it going, Sneckius? And a ballistic control. That should all be good there. I'm not. Still don't know why I was out murder hoboing in this, but apparently I was. Probably want to kill Chaos or something like that. I do not. I have a fit for an Algos I can give you. If you need to max drone damage for it, but that thing can absolutely run it. Hey, Riker, how's it going, Hunter? Approach. Approach. Select all. Select all. Consume. I don't know why I only brought 2 of each in this guy, but whatever. Negatives. Explosion velocity kind of sucks, but not too bad. Shield and turret. But you're more my DPS. I don't need 3, I only need 2 for destroyers. Alright. Let's go utilities, notepad. And we will take out everything after that. Activate, activate. Okay, this room is not a threat. I dislike neuts more than webs. So take out that. The preserver is more DPS, so you're going to take out that afterwards. So more or less, I try not to switch to defensive mode unless I start getting down to about 30 to 50% shield. It makes a huge difference when you switch. You get tons more defense. To the point where it's pretty well overpowered at that point. So you don't need to hit it unless you like need to hit it. Booga, how you doing today? Anyone have a current price of T5 Darks? Actually, let's take that estimate. $28 million. Not used to these guys being able to do some damage. And for anyone coming in, absolutely use the Tetramon boosters. I'm not, because if I do, then this video becomes a little... It gets dated as soon as those boosters are done. Yes, switch those. He's back. Hey, Kalis, how's it going? I mean, to be fair, I just had, like, a break last week, but it does happen so often recently from being sick. I get it. Oh, 10? Okay, so this is 20 then. Would help, I suppose, if I moved. I guess escort, approach gate. Make this a little smaller. Like I had a week break. Not too long of one, but I mean I only stream twice a week, so 1 week ends up being a fairly long one. 29 million. Reload. Cap booster, and activate gate. I mean, I could be wrong. I might have missed one more day, too. It's hard to say. Work caught me on Thursday last week. 3 in that, eh? Where's this? Should be okay. You approach there. Shoot that. Keep moving. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We do not want to focus the same ones on this. Open that. 1, 2, 3. You can shoot 1, and you can shoot that. They'll be focusing on that, so orbit that at that. Suppose turn that on again. This one, unfortunately, as we know, is more just a slog than anything. 43 million. So there's two purposes to running this tonight. One, a bunch of people have been asking me if I could do a little bit more for Jackdaws. Something they want to run 2 accounts, not 3. And the other thing is that I do have a new Jackdaw fit. This is not it. This is my old Jackdaw fit. My new Jackdaw fit is more expensive. It's the downside. The upside is that it's about the same damage, better resists for angels, and what was the other thing? There was definitely one more thing. Cap stable, that was it. Oh, and smaller signature radius. So it will make a difference. I don't have the fit up yet because it's not tested yet. Well, I mean, that was one of my main reasons for doing it, because having cap stable Jackdaws makes it easier to fly them, right? But to be fair, there's other ways to make them cap stable that isn't too bad either. Switching this to a Pithy A-type makes it use less cap. You get less reps out of it, but there are ways to fix that too. If you have not already, please enter my draw. And I mean, I'll do the duo quad. I'll do the quad Jackdaws again at some point, but we're gonna wait a little bit on that to just do some normal stuff, do some easy stuff, and go from there. I mean, I can't just, you know, show up everyone all of the time, right? But the other thing is, it's nice to see what you can do with some nice cheap ships. These aren't too expensive. That's going to be inaccurate now. They do have a couple decent things on. That's faction. I need faction to get away from Kiki Morris. This is faction, but it's cheap. This is faction, but you need the reps. And then everything else is pretty well T2 at that point. So about 320 million currently for each of them. Was 250 at one point in time, but Jackdaws are currently up, and I think the Shield Booster might be up too. And of course, the nice thing about these guys, we're going into a reload cycle, and their reload cycle is super fast. If you have full skills. There we go. Activate gate. Activate gate. This guy's a little slow to get in there, but that's okay. Not so slow that it matters. Definitely need to turn that and that back on. Devoted. Ooh. Evil Devoted. That's okay. I can handle Evil Devoted. Stay away from that. Might need to overheat for this. We'll see what happens. Lookouts. Regroup. You go Mjolnir for these guys. Trappers. We're going to run away. These guys do not have a cruiser with them. That means that they could potentially all fly towards me and make my life terrible. However, they're extremely vulnerable, stay away from this thing still, to EM damage. And they're going to go down pretty quick. Also, they have a lot of reps in here, so we're going to kill more of the DPS first. What I'm guessing is probably DPS. approach there. Nope, no, you're not shooting him yet. Alright, cool. And now not concerned. Hi, sure. How's it going, buddy? This guy's taking a little bit of shield damage. I do have options. The priests are actually hitting fairly hard. I can overheat the multispectral. I can switch him to defensive mode. I don't need to do any of these things, though. He's actually fine. 34 million there. Not too bad. Switching things up a little bit and doing some Jackdaws tonight for a change. Some people have wanted to see this for a bit. Oh, is that one? Oh, there you go. See? This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's been more than a couple people who've been like, Loki, Jackdaws, please. It's like, okay, it's been a while since I've flown them. 13 minutes, 20 seconds. What? Okay. Let's grab 2 of those. Gotta be closer. Fine, let's throw this stuff over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 106 million. That looks about right. And over here. Nope. Yep. Character. There we go. But I also want cat boosters. Let's go 10. And this guy's going to fill up. Cat boosters full. And you can throw that chaotic dark over because I don't need 3. I only need 2. Stack all. What do you mean? They've always been this way, I think. Although, now I can't. Now I'm not even sure. God damn it. It's alright. Benthic! I hate Benthic. Alright, so we're going to go this way. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. You're talking about what system you can run them in. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but, I mean, it is what it is, unfortunately. 3, 2, okay. And it should be minus 70, perfect. So, obviously, the nice thing about it being minus 70 is that the range on that deep, or the benthic is really, really short. I made Newfit that's going to have a 60-kilometer range for missiles. So I'll be able to smash this guy from just about anywhere in here. Okay, we do want to be further away. Uh, 3% implants, yes. And not even cap ones, which are also useful to have. Yeah, these are not expensive by any stretch of the imagination. My first run paid for a sixth of the entire fleet cost. Like, you should be able to pay it off pretty quickly. The only downside is these guys pop the cap boosters like candy. Like, they go pretty quick, but when you're making 100 million ISK in 13 minutes, you're not really that concerned. Oh, of course you can. Absolutely. I could do it run. So here's the thing. I can plex the accounts, so just running Hawks, all 3 accounts. It's the same as DAWs, just 2/3 the loot. Like, you get 2/3 instead of 1/3, same as you can plex running Darks, but it's 1, and the ships are more expensive, but you can absolutely do it. Okay, hopefully we start drifting a little further. Let's go this way. Yes, well, so, this is a technicality, okay? I prefer Darks. However, if you, they're much more expensive to run anything other than Dark because you have to tank it appropriately. So if you start trying to run, say, Firestorms or Electrics, you're going to end up paying to... You're going to need crystals and stuff. And possibly a better tank. Electricals. I don't usually bother with electricals and making fits for them because they're the most expensive filament. I like selling the most expensive filament, not buying it. Oh yeah, no, they would be super easy runs. Okay, we're going to switch... No, not autopilot. Nobody's autopiloting here. Approach there. Nova. Always start with Nova, by the way. 32 range. Uh, 54. Gotcha. And that one is the longest room that still took about... Ooh, this is bullshit right here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Overheat. Overheat. Switch to that. Fly... Ooh, this is not good. This way. 1... 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you know what? Oh, no, that might not help. Hit that. Hit that. Overheat that and that. Defensive mode for you, my friend. Come on. Have not switched targets yet. I have big concerns here. Shooting A and A. Big concerns here. Less big concerns. Okay. Well, less big concerns if you start shooting A. Defensive. Hit that. Overheat those. Crazy angel rooms. Now, the other thing, though, is these guys can overheat a lot longer. Like, so much more than Hawks can, right? So, don't be afraid to overheat if you need to. 2 and 2. I was about to throw you back into sharpshooter mode, but now you're making me question myself. Turn that overheat off. That overheat on. 2 and 2. It does help if you shoot. And that was a kind of ridiculous one, too. Okay, let's try it. For elites, I have the other one orbiting, so, but I mean, it may as well be approach. Four elites and 3 echoes. I thought I'd be fine because I'm like, it doesn't have much for support ships. And it's like, here's 3 webs. And I'm like, us. Off for you, and you might have to do a little repair after this one. Approach, and approach. And we're fine. I mean, orbit or approach your own character, it doesn't really matter which. It's just a lot easier to hit the regroup key now. Because you can go into your settings interface. One of these. Oh, shortcuts. General? Whichever one it is. Somewhere in there, you can set up a hotkey to regroup. And that makes a huge difference. And an Ixion? Oh, god damn, no wonder that sucked. Hey, Miso, how you doing, buddy? So this guy is technically my tank. However, this guy might be tanking the next one. But 4 elite Cinnables in this is pretty bad. You generally don't expect to see that many in here. Oh, at least it gave me 74 million worth. Thank you for making it worth it. Okay, I'm just going to let that start reloading and then we're going to go through. Don't be another angel room. Oh, thank you. This is a nice room. Oh, thank you. This is a very nice room. Okay. Sure. To be fair, I don't think I'm really that concerned. that guy. Approach that. It's definitely supposed to be a 1. So I like 1,000,000 in boosters probably per character, but when you're making over 100, you're fine. 15.3, that doesn't help though. Also, it might be a little more worthwhile to grab these extraction nodes that I'm not currently grabbing. Because the missile range on these is further, and actually the new set is planning on being even further than that. So that'll make a difference too. That was a bad angel room, though. Jeez. I messed up like 2 things in it, but I did right on everything else, so it was okay. I wasn't shooting at one point in time when I should have been shooting. Definitely overheated my guns a little more than I meant. Actually, 60-70% isn't too bad, but still. Didn't actually mean to go that high, so that can get real dangerous real quick. Hamill, how you doing? Let's approach there, approach there. Actually, you're going to just straight dock up. And you... Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Nope. Yeah, 1, 2... 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 things, that's right. 144 million. It's definitely less than 15 minutes. I'm going to say 14 minutes. Third. And, oh, no, you have to grab 2 filaments. Chaotic Dark, 2. Just with all the overheating with 4 elite Cinnables, we're going to dock up and repair real quick. Woo! Paraquat there. While I'm here, I'm just going to grab some boosters off this. 400. 12 should do it. I'm really tempted to pop a couple more implants. So, Azure, what I would do for so there's a couple things to do. Right now I'm running these this way, but what I would do normally is I would throw in the 3% implants for cap, so I have more cap, and I don't have to pop this shit as often, which I still might do on these guys anyway, and I might update my fit for that, because it seems like a legit thing to do. The other thing is, right now, you have the Tetramon boosters, which you might have to buy them, but that's okay. If you don't get these, at least get the 2s. They should be fairly cheap. And it'll still give you 6% cap and 12% energy warfare, which is significant bonuses for 4 hours for like 5 million ISK. It's definitely worth doing. This guy's going to grab some more cap boosters over here. Good, lots of them. Again, for this one, I'm kind of avoiding it because I just want this video to last a little bit. Not to say it's going to end up, because it's very easy for CCP to change some stuff on me. But let's try not to change it any more than it needs to. Okay, so we've got confusers in here. We're going to kill those first because we want a lot of range. Obfuscators don't matter so much for these guys. These guys have a huge targeting range in here. 100% bonus to sensor strength and targeting range. Makes a difference. We want to be further away from Charybdis. But we are going to start killing Charybdis fairly early. I mean, less that they change something, and just that right now there's some boosters that are useful. And I just expect them to change things. Loki's OP. Nerf Loki. That kind of shit, right? No, I'm more mentioning the Tetramon boosters. Tetramon boosters are good for a bit longer yet. Yay, Evermarks.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for following Lokival.
Samsung, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go up this way. %. Now my only concern is there's a medium range tracking over there, but it's 87. So I don't think he's in range of it. But you have to watch that because Charybdis hits like a truck. So you still want to keep as much transversal as you can. And obviously away from these as much as possible. If you are not scared, you should be. Charybdis is a monster. Alright. Should be okay for a little turn here. Charybdis is dead. Obfuscator. Oh, I definitely bought up some level 3 precisions, or level 3 Tetramons. Turning off my shield booster. It is a cap hog. So it doesn't hurt to turn it off a little bit and get some cap back and just regen your shield after. There's a lot of over-repping in the Abyss. 40 million there. It's going to take a run out of here. You know it's a run. And we turn it on before the next room. Oh, right, they didn't expire this time, did they? You don't know if they'll have the same thing, though. They probably will, though. You're not wrong. Okay, so let's go this way. Let's do that. We have no neuts. You're going to kill wardens. You're going to kill entanglers. And then it should just be fun wrecking everything after that. I do see a tower here, but it's medium, so we don't care. I mean, here's the thing. If you have one account, run a cruiser. If you have 2 accounts, run destroyers. If you have 3 accounts, run frigates. That's generally the best way to do it. If you can run hawks, then get the 3 times loot instead of the 2. It's a no-brainer. But yeah. Oh, dearie me. I need to hit F1 soon. I mean, I've also quad box jacked, so... Now, the other thing is jacks are... If you're starting hawks, jacks are fantastic to start learning hawks. Because everything kind of happens a little more pronounced, but a little bit more slow motion. So, all of the things that will kill jacks will also kill hawks. But you have a little more time because you have more shield to be able to, like, hit your reps and go into defensive mode and do the things that save you. And learning to do that for jacks helps you learn hawks. Because hawks just have that smaller bit of that, so you have to do it all faster. But hawks are overall a little bit better. Also, the fact that they're cap stable makes them a lot easier to run. Blue cloud might be a problem. And the other great thing is you only need 1 friend or 1 extra account to run Duo Jacks. If I'm showing people, I can be like, here's a jack. Learn to run this. Okay. You're good at it now. Take this guy. He's not. Okay, you're good. Run to your force. 17 million? Probably round that to 18. Yeah, I'm going to round that to 18. I rounded the last one down. See, that's an interesting one. Draugrs are more expensive. They're, well, not more expensive than what the ones I'm trying to work on are. Jacks are easier. Draugrs are running the cheapest filament for a bunch of ISK. Running chaotic firestorms is not expensive. Why are you so far away? This guy is now in nav mode. And also, a lot more people can fly Jackdaws and have missile skills than what have Draugr skills. Go down this way. Blast Lance is typically the worst every time. Doesn't matter what you're flying. Nurgles, Blast Lance is the worst. Jackdaws, Blast Lance is the worst. Hawks, Blast Lance is the worst. And actually, they're what killed my last fleet of Hawks. Granted, I made 13 billion I made more than 13 billion off them. So they were well paid. Actually, the unstable, stinking siege mutaplasmid that I didn't notice I had gotten more than paid for that. So that was non-issue. We're going to overheat this. So one of the Jack special bonuses is they overheat well. So don't be afraid to overheat your shields. Like, a little bit of overheating is going to go a long way. Again, if you can flip around that 50% mark, it's still good to stay in sharpshooter and do a lot of damage. So there, currently we have 5% damage, and we're fine. There's no issues here. Might go up a little bit. 10. But as the blast lines die, obviously damage goes down, and we are fine. And now that we're in the blue cloud, these guys are going to take so much more damage. I'm not sure. Ernst has been running a lot of fleets lately when I get to watch, so I can't remember what he's been running lately. Personally, I like the fact... So, here's the thing. And this is my opinion, keep in mind. That doesn't mean I'm right. It's the way I like to do things, okay? These are 300 and something million-isk jacks that can run tier 5s in 14 minutes, 38 million. Close to that 100 million mark that's average. And they obviously need skills for them. But I don't need to spend a crazy amount of ISK on tank. If you are getting close range with things, you need to be able to tank those things at close range. And that can become an issue. You usually have to trade off the cost of it for more tank. Like, here is your set of mid-grade crystals. And I don't want to spend 500 on crystals as opposed to nothing. You're not shooting. On extra. Maybe it takes more. These probably are less DPS and take more time. I'm okay with that. They're still doing them in 13 minutes. So that would be, should be about 96 million. So we're actually still doing really well. And double check here. Open fleet hangar. Didn't use a ton of boosters that time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 95 million. $13. Fourth. I need to grab that. Stack all. Chaotic Dark. 2. Time left is 13 minutes, so we can definitely get a fourth one in. Hey, Recon, how's it going? Yeah, so I prefer to... These are quick enough runs. I'm making good ISK. I don't like to mess with that too much. Upholders and Tanglers, eh? Alright, so where are these guys? They're over there. So, funny story about that Orca. The biggest reason why I'm using that Orca as a base is because Contempo bought some Hypernets on that Orca. And I wanted to win it instead of him, so I bought some Hypernets on that Orca. Hint, I own the Orca now. But Orcas make good bases for a couple reasons. One, it's super tanky. So if they want to deal with that, they have to bring a lot of guys. If they don't bring a lot of guys, they have to bump it off grid. However, I have 6 to 7 minutes left after each of these runs. Meaning I can spend 3 minutes with them bumping to warp it off, and 3 minutes of them bumping to warp it back. So that's not actually going to work out for them. Meaning, I can switch ships and there's not a lot they can do about it. I land on grid. They're going to have a hell of a time dealing with that. Yeah, screw that Contempo guy. Let's go murder him. What? Anyway, so there's that. The other thing is if running Jackdaws, I've got a guy in a rookie ship in the station. He can undock, come and shoot my own Orca, giving me the kill rights, bring Concord there, and now they also have to deal with Concord automatically being there, as opposed to Concord has to warp in to save my ass. Okay, we definitely want to go here. It's far enough away, we should be fine. I know, right? Now, let's say you had an alt, but you didn't have, whatchamacallit. But, no, where was I going with this? God damn it. Okay, so, but you couldn't shoot your guy because he has invuln. That's not going to help you bring Concord out. You can shoot them. That'll give them a kill right. But if you're in the system anyway, it doesn't matter. Because you just respawn at the station if they do kill you, and warp back and then die again. And then at that point in time, you'll be able to summon Concord, and it's great. I mean, if they want to bring 20 bombers to do it, sure. However, then they have to get 20 people together to do it instead, and that takes a little bit of coordination. Usually they tend to bring about 9 for me. They've never brought 20. I'd actually be kind of impressed if they did. I'm also sitting on quite a bit of ISK and Plex right now, so it wouldn't hurt me that much if they did. It's this one. 45. We'll round that one down. 44. ISK is not particularly a problem for me. And I have a few ways that I do get it, so. Rodivas and that. This is an easy room. Kill the DPS first. Blast Lance. Nope, not the Snarecaster. I mean, I can. Spark Lance. Unlock you. Snarecasters will be after these guys. In the area I'm in, there are a few people who are going after abyssal runners. Not me specifically. I've seen them come around for other things. Potato. Oh, are you talking about the new one? I don't like it. I haven't even flown it, but I've looked at the stats of it, and it was unimpressive to me. And I've seen them like gank other people in the system, but they haven't come after. They came after my Draugrs last time. Warped my Orca off, and they took off. And the second time, I think they were expecting my Draugrs, but I think I had switched to Hawks, and they saw I was in Hawks and again took off. And did not bother me. Also, my Hawks were coming out just as they were coming in, so they're like, nah, screw this shit. Just don't want to be shooting the same one. And for these, I do want to be shooting the same one. Alright, forget the Snarecasters actually level a little better. And you're going to help with one. He will definitely die now. $21 million. Why does Galente have a bunch? Alright, what was the alligator called again? And shit, how much did I get? 21? Damn it, Potato asked me about that alligator. Hey, Alice, I don't think I care about that one. Not that you're concerned particularly. Alright, find something. It could be that. Needless to say, there's a few that kind of wander around this way and cause some trouble, but they don't really bother me too much. Alright, that should reload on its own, but we're going to have to watch that. Last room. 6 minutes left on boosters. Okay, that's good. We're fine. Flying away from the short-range deviant, so we're going to go here. Shoot that. Shoot these guys. Okay. There we go. What do you... Oh, wait. 26 million. Orbit that. 70, 91 mil. Let's orbit this at 2500. Hey, how's it going, Partisan? Ototop, so are you currently Omega or Alpha is the question. I understand you're trying to plex your account, but are you currently not plexed? Because that will actually... That's a huge thing. Alpha currently. Okay. Staying relic hunting. Not bad, not bad. I was sick for like 6 weeks and it sucked a lot. But I'm largely better now. I got my voice back. I'm kind of happy about that. A little bit of a cough, but I've always had a little bit of a cough because of my blood pressure medications. That's not necessarily new. Oh, it sure is. And having a new horror that one of the big cards already goddamn went in. You had better not get a second one tonight. I'm going to be pissed. Won't be your fault, but I'll still be annoyed. I mean, it's high blood pressure if I don't have my pills. It's not high blood pressure if I do. I'm gonna start. Well, okay. I've half started running again, and exercise because I had to take a break because of the 6 weeks. It sucked. Excuse me, yeet, bro. You know about the three filaments to get back to high sec, right? Stock you up. Yeah, so yeet out to null. Run around for a bit. And, I mean, yes, Stain and Providence have some very nice sites, but there's still good sites in other spots, so you could go wormhole diving in a few of them. So yeet out to null. Make sure you have a Pockfin filament. So any of these, obviously you're going to want one of the cheaper 5s, or actually whatever's cheapest. So not the borders. And you yeet out to null, get your stuff, have a cloak on. Oh wait, Alpha you can't cloak. You still dock up in Pockfin. Make sure you have positive Pockfin standings too. Might want to do that first. So yeet out to null, yeet out to Pockfin from null, and then back to high sec with one of the extraction ones. Extraction? I think it's these guys. They're a little more expensive. But it takes you from a Triglavian system to a known space system. Approach. Activate gate. Activate gate. We are still under an hour. This one was 13 minutes again. 106, 144, 95, 91, 436 million, minus 80 million. $356 million profit first hour. Fifth. Alright. Repair quote, you should be fine. Repair quote, I know you have a tiny one. Yeah, I should do that. Stack that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I was supposed to have 2 of each of these, or 3 of each of those in there instead of 2, so I have to grab more. I'll stock them back up to 3. I don't know why. I just picked 3 as what I like to have. It's what I'm willing to lose if I die while I still have 2 of them. Nova. Grab 2,000. Should last a bit. We'll keep at least 1,000 of each of those. That should be good for cat boosters. You've got plenty here. Chaotic. So grab 3 of those. And Nova. You also want 2,000 Novas. There we go. Those 2 should be ready, but I'm going to take a quick break, go to the washroom, do all that fun stuff. Let's pop over to here. That one's fine. Please enter the Horde giveaway, which is... Nope, that's not how you spell dragon. That's described there. I've changed it up. It is new. The first card is already gone. So there are 2 more multicolored planeswalkers. Planeswalkers? They're not planeswalkers. They're legendaries. One moment, please. Custom commands, dragon, edit, legendary. Save. That's hashtag horde to draw that, to enter that one. We are also going to go giveaways, create hourly, hashtag hourly. This is for a 100 billionist draw. Please enter that. I will be back in a minute. I'm going to grab myself a Sprite and go to the washroom. Alright, leaving you with an ad. That's the other thing. Haha, suckers! What's that? Okay.
Oh yeah. Let's dry your hands, babe. Okay. Alright. Can you get your foot over there? I think Daddy needs it there. Alright. You're walking. Trying to whistle. Yeah, for your wet hands. Echo. Your song's better off by me.
Alright. That is over. We're good there. Last chance, please hashtag horde. Gonna get these guys out in space, and then we're gonna do that draw. Double check, you did have a lot of that, right? Yes, and yes. I grabbed 3 again. That's alright. Okay. Close that. Announce that it's closed. The winner of 100 million ISK is Magic Flying Towel. That is not you. Announce the winner. Archive that. Reasonably certain. Called a hunch.
Yeah, it's not me.
Panasharvis. Copy that. Midget, how are you doing today? Back over to this guy. Paste. Auto link character. And give you 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Not a problem. Don't think I gave that guy more pills, and that might annoy me. Or did I? No, I did not. God damn it. It's okay, he didn't need more. He's fine. Negatives, what do we got? Nothing. And nothing. That'll be fantastic. I know, right? That's okay. I've been going through a little bit of that myself, so I get it. I'm like, what do I want to do? Do I want to start doing faction warfare stuff for the Empire? I kind of do, but I mean, it's not necessarily the most profitable, but you can definitely make ISK at it. Okay, where is that exactly? Let's get the hell out of that cloud, because I dislike those clouds. And kill some frigates. Now, generally, I don't like to come this close to the frigates this early on, but I hate speed clouds more, so it's an easy choice. Been having a bit of a murder hobo itch lately, and thinking I have to do something about that soon. Orbit that at 1,000. I should be able to get these two to massacre this guy pretty quick. One. 18 million there. That was kind of sad. I don't have one in Angel Faction Warfare right now. I didn't put one in there. And also, right now, there's so... Which one do I have in Angel Faction Warfare? I saw one I could put in Angel Faction Warfare, but I didn't put them in there. And that's why I kind of want to do the Empire one instead. You're not shooting. That would make a difference. Okay, maybe I do have one. Alright, sounds good. That's one of my not 13 Omega accounts. Not that that would be hard to fix. This guy's sitting on 3,500 plex-ish. I think a shade less than that, but still. Ben Thick, nobody loves you. 3,470. Alright, Snarecasters first. Ooh, I do like that there's a couple medium deviants, though. That's not a Snarecaster. Looks like after Snarecasters, let's go one. Probably going to be going between these two things if I can. Benthic. Mjolnir. Regroup. You're supposed to be over here. God damn it. Mjolnir. Ah, that's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? I mean, faction warfare is when you definitely want multiple characters to have different standings, for sure. Okay, let's go up this way. This one's 50 away, so once we get like halfway, well, rather once these guys get halfway, they're going to start killing themselves. Not that that is a huge issue, apparently. That is true. There's boosts for the arcs. It can be done something like every 15 days or something. And actually, do they have a specific end date for it yet? Because I thought that they were leaving it open to be run a little bit more yet, just in case. Oh, okay. Love how they're like, rep, please rep. And it's like, nah. So even if I can't get right by it, I do want to be towards that bio cache there. If I can grab it, all the better. So, flying jackdaws is what made me realize that I don't have to dive into these guys. And realizing that for Charybdis and this guy just made a massive difference. In every other filament, you have to chase that and Charybdis. In this one, 35 million, they will chase you. And that revelation is absolutely fantastic. It makes a massive difference in how you run these sites. Okay, transfer conduit, back to Nova. Nova is the primary missile I will use for almost everything. These are darks, yes. T5 darks with jackdaws. My cheap jackdaws at that. Ooh, look at this son of a bitch here. Okay. Bad blue clouds. Overheat. Drainer. Drainer. I'm expecting... Ooh, I hit that too early. I'm expecting probably going to have to go into that, but we'll find out. There are no arrestor frigates. That's going to work in my favor. Okay, we're going to kill these close guys here. Not going to go into that speed cloud. This guy might be in trouble. Nah, he's alright. I did have him overheating some, but he doesn't need it anymore. Drainer Pacifier's dead. Drainer Enforcer next. There we go, we're good. Omni, so it doesn't matter what we use. So we're going to use Explosive. I'll take 25,000 skill points for killing Triggs. I'm alright with that. I think EM is better against these guys, but I'm not going to bother. Yeah. $70 million there. Perfect. Activate that. Activate that. Not enough overheating on either of these guys that I'm concerned. 105. 225, 223. No, not 223. 123. In 13 minutes. And we will take 16 and 2 Chaotic Darks. I think I just brought a bunch more cap boosters back anyway on this guy, so I should be fine. I forgot how much these and Draugrs can eat those things like candy. Which is why we made a new fit to not have to worry about that. Alright, these are always going to be the worst. These are always going to be the worst. Where are you guys? Right there. So we're going to go down here. Regroup. However, the nice thing about this room is these guys absolutely destroy Triglavians. And we only have 2 Dracs for some reason. So Triglavians do not have the best explosive resist. And normally I have kinetic shooting into their armor, which is not great. However, now I have explosive, so these guys are actually more powerful than the Hawks in killing them, even though they're less DPS technically. Because they're hitting better into the resist. I'm actually going to switch to the Drekovics next. Because this guy is actually weak against me, so he's tracking disruptoring me. I normally have 53 kilometer missile range. I have 49, so he's only dropping it by about 4 kilometers. And that's because of this, I get a 67% almost bonus against that. Got the striking after that. And then it's mop-up time. It's fantastic. And I get my Triglavian kills. And as long as I'm not getting too close to those guys, I'm fine. And we're just going to finish up here. See if I can 29 million, turn these off for a minute. So about 33 million is average. Obviously there's some much better drops than that in here, and those will throw the levels of this around quite a bit. So again, if you have just come in and this is something that interests you, what I'm doing now is not necessarily the best way to do it. I'm doing it this way for a couple reasons. The fit has been in here. Recon, I will tell you about that in a sec. There are Tetramon boosters right now. You should be running at least the 6% cap and the 12% warfare resist. The reason I'm not is because that throws the numbers off if somebody watches this later. But absolutely do those. The other thing I should be doing, and I don't really have a good reason for this one, is I think I'm going to update this fit for a couple 3% caps. So one that gives me 3% more cap, and one that gives me 3% cap regen. Because these guys run at a cap a little faster than I care for. And I don't necessarily have to upgrade to my stupid expensive fit right away, if I can do it that way. Now, my stupid expensive fit realistically isn't that stupid expensive. It's 700 million instead of 350. But you get the meaning. So, however, the other one has a smaller signature radius. It's got more shield. It's got a bunch of things to it that will just help it out. Recon, to answer your question, I sold a 3.1 billion ISK unstable siege just a couple days ago. I was hauling my stuff to Jita, and I'm like, and I peek, and I'm like, oh, oh, okay then, and I was very happy, needless to say. This guy apparently is not following me, like I thought he was. He's not that far away though, so it's okay. So I just went defensive mode for a little bit to grab some of this aggro. Short range deviant over there. Should be fine. Let's go this way. Shoot that. But now that I'm back to full shield, let's do this. So yeah, that'll go a long way for me training up a couple characters I'm working on. Aegis there, Warden here. Where is that in relation to that? Perfect, far away is what I like to hear. They definitely are. I ended up losing my Hawk fleet. Now, it happens every once in a while. That's the point of my Hawk fleet. Even my 1.5 billion combined ISK one still makes 20 billion before they die. It's well worth it at a certain point to put a little bit more into them. And also when you end up having 15 spares of that anyway, it makes a difference. So anyway, I lost my 1.5 billion fleet. Made probably 20-30 billion ISK off of it. Then found a 3 billion ISK module, and it's like, well, that made up for that anyway. And yes, I was very happy about it, even though I lost the fleet. And the thing I lost it to was, I'm pretty sure I had a Yi Cloud. I missed it a little bit, kind of sad about that. But I'm pretty sure I had either a Yi Cloud or I was just zooming along nice and fast, and I was already close to them. And I ended up being in the middle of a bunch of Blast Lance. And the Blast Lance room can be the easiest room, but the Blast Lance are by far the worst. And if that happens, sometimes there's just no getting away from it, and you will die. Like, I overheated everything. It was the last room. I had lots of time. Still lost all 3 of my dudes to it. There was just no getting out. I think it might have just either clipped it or like started just in the edge of it, and then it wore off pretty quick, but I missed that little detail, and that did it. Okay, you're shooting that one. Let's go there. My shield booster is currently turned off, just to save a little bit of cap for the next room. If you go into Angels, ideally you want to have as much cap as possible. Charybdis, not as worried about. Blue clouds down this way, so we definitely don't want to go that way. E clouds over that way. Dissipators, no webs. So we should just be able to kite 70, 50. So we're going to kite away a little bit, because even though there's no webs and I'm not super concerned about it too much in here, I want to thin out everything but the spearfishers. Then kill Charybdis. I want as much range as possible so I don't have to worry about getting sniped. Don't fly directly away, but get some space. Your missiles go up to 53 kilometers. You're good on that. Skirt the edge, you're fine. Damn it, they're all obfuscators left. Okay, I'm fine going for Cryptus now. Since I'm going to have to get a little closer to Cryptus than I care for, we're going to do that. Keep up transversal all of the time. Omni tank, so none of that matters. Cryptus is shield tanked, so in gammas, Cryptus are annoying. However, this is not gamma, this is dark. So once Cryptus is out of shield, Cryptus goes down fast. Karen is very, very much just a shield tank. I think we can avoid that E-Cloud. And it's in range, we can take a shot at it. The damps don't bother me. I have a huge targeting range on these guys. 53 is my missile range, though. Okay, so with a dampen on me, max targeting range is 116 kilometers. Now, I technically probably don't need my reps on. However, on the off chance that Cryptus gets a really good hit in, I want that shield to go back up if I survive. There is definitely a fair bit of content that I have in YouTube. So the only issue is that it can change depending on the room. So it absolutely depends on the compositions of things. I could say 4 Cinnables, but depending on if they're elite, non-elite, if there's a lot of webs, if there's like the generally I'm still shooting Cinnables than elite Cinnables. However, how I actually run things like the reps and overheating and things like that will vary depending on the spawns. When do you get the shield alarm? I have all my sound turned off. I never pay attention to that. Hashtag YOLO. Open that. Reload you. Nope, not that. Not that. Approach gate. That doesn't matter. Okay, we got, what, 20? It's looking so good, too. Bless you. 20 million is 99 million-isk. And that one was 14 and a half minutes. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 102. What? Whatever, I'll take it. And back over to here, Chaotic Dark, 2 of those. So there might be a couple different hawk fits on there. The primary one, nope, that's Algos. Primary one I recommend for starting off, where are you? Is my Series Alpha Hawk. And that is that one there. The reason being is that one is cheap, so if you lose it, it's not devastating. T1, T2, it's more than powerful enough if you have high skills. Keep in mind you need to use 3 hawks. That's not negotiable. If you're running anything higher than tier 2, you need multiple hawks. Running anything higher than tier 3, you need 3 hawks. There's quite a few sparklines. Gonna fly away again. And snare casters. That might not be an option in a second. Not overheating too long because I've killed most of them. But 4 webs is a little concerning. Also, you're always welcome to ask questions in my Discord. You can either send me a private message or you can ask in the chat. I really don't mind being in the chat. That means that other people can ask the same question later, or I could be like, hey, it's been answered, please search, or whatnot. I don't usually do that, I usually just answer it. I mean, the funniest thing about that is finding the account that character on is probably the harder thing to do. Also, I really want to do the I really want to do Empire faction warfare because right now everyone's a goddamn pirate. Empire needs some loving. $56 million. And Spotlight will be the last one. Don't think I grabbed more cat boosters, but it doesn't look like I used too many. Boom. Activate gate. I mean, Minmatar is going to have a... Ooh. I kind of don't like this one. So for this one, you're going to kill the Arrestor first. Then these guys second, and these guys third. Now, I can split up my DPS. I don't need to have everyone shoot this guy. He will die fast enough. Mostly that. So, this guy gets these 2. Other guy gets these 2. We'll murder this one at the same time. So, here's the thing a lot of people do here. I don't run Chaotic Exotic now. What would I use if I did? Don't know, actually. So I know a lot of people run exotics because they're easier, but I don't really have a frigate set up for it where that's the best thing to run. He's going to start on the drainer. We're going to approach this now. There are a couple deviants I should be aware of. That, and you are over here. So let's go over this way. Don't care about that tracking tower. I usually sell my exotics. What likes running exotics? There's something. No Vagabond usually does gammas. I think Gila, some of the Gilas like exotics just because of the drones, I think, for it. Markers, doesn't matter which ones we shoot. Let's pop a couple cap boosters. Unfortunately, these are not cap stable, so cap boosters are a thing for them. And as I was saying earlier, you can definitely fix that a little bit, and it would not be a terrible idea. I think Ishtar and Gila like exotics. Everything likes electrical. That's why they're so expensive. 18 million. And where is this? And where is this? Okay, we're just going to sit here then. And last guy here. It's working out to be a nice quick one. There we go. Reload, reload, and next room. So Jackdaws and Hawks like darks. Nurgles can do firestorms or gammas, but I try to keep them out of gammas. They don't have the shield buffer. Or the armor buffer, rather. So gammas can be somewhat problematic there. This is a 50%. You definitely like 70% in these things. Retributions can run, electrical. And firestorm. Is there any other ones? Darks, firestorms, electricals, and technically gammas, but again, I don't recommend gammas. I am kind of working on a side thing. I've been running Nurgles lately, and I'm about to throw a 5MN on. However, I'm having fitting issues at the moment, so I have to fix that. Could be running them in tier 6s, though, so it should be interesting. Well, I'll start off tier 5s. Get used to it. But more or less the idea is Nurgles are a close-range ship. So most rooms, I can start off with the MWD going, just to get to the center of the room, so I can deal with the shit that's in there. I want to kill the other Illuminator and then get somewhat in range of this dude. Down this way. Again, nice thing about these things, they target forever away. Now I prefer Hawks for this part because they have a smaller signature radius. Lets them sneak around a little bit better and go and grab things like that, even with tracking towers. Don't like to do it so much with Charybdis and Jackdaws, though. Charybdis will one-shot these guys. I still get as close as I can, but I take my time doing it. Alright. Further over this way. Now, the primary recommendation I have is to work towards being ISK positive. How close to the edge am I? Pretty close. So if you buy 700 million ISK worth of Jackdaws, and you promptly go in and lose them, that is not being ISK positive. Please don't do that. If you go in and you run 4 hours, and you can buy 2 sets of replacements, that is being ISK positive. Please do that one. Okay, what do we got here? 41. Oh, that's the last one. Good. Activate, activate. 41 million. 97. 115. In 12 and 10. Boosters will take 12 and 2 chaotic darks. This guy always has extra cat boosters if I need them anyway. He currently has 30 of them, so we're doing alright there. Last run of this hour. What do we have here? Another Charybdis. So again, we're sitting in a speed cloud though. What's that? Corshore. It's alright, we should be able to go this way and get out of it. No webs, no neuts. We'll take out the confusers and the obfuscators. Not that we need to, but I like killing those guys first in most of the things. And then we'll get Charybdis afterwards. And if Charybdis is a speed cloud and gets closer to us, that's okay too. It's not actually an issue for this. But again, the nice thing is you can haul Charybdis away from whatever you want to. Charybdis will follow you. In other weathers, you don't get that option. You usually have to chase Charybdis. So if Charybdis is in a cloud, you or your drones have to go in the cloud. There's no getting out of that. This, Charybdis will chase you out of the cloud, so you don't have to stay in it. It's great. Minus 70, that means Charybdis does not have much range. Alright, up here we go. It's the only tower in here. We're definitely staying away from it. Looks like it's over in the speed cloud, but we can go over here once Charybdis is a little bit lower on shields and whatnot. If anyone new is in, hashtag Horde to get in for my end of the night draw. You do not have to be here to win it. You do have to enter it, though. I made it myself. It's a Magic the Gathering deck with 99 cards left. The first one already went, and that drives me absolutely bonkers, but that's the way the RNG goes. Rather glad I put 3 in. Okay, we're going to start getting closer. Hopefully you won't hit that speed cloud. Because I don't want to. Damn it, you have been in the wrong mode. I'll lead into time. Less damage, less hitting, and I didn't notice. Son of a bitch. Like, why are you going so fast? Oh. Oh. That's probably been for a while. There we go. The other guy has been in sharpshooter mode the whole time. We're alright on that one. And again, the nice thing is, reload is pretty fast. Ooh, 99 million. Let's just loot the entire filament's worth in the first room. I'm okay with that. Probably one, yeah. There we go. Quick reloads, turn that on. Off we go. And we're a smidgen under time because I screwed up, but that's okay. Oh, this will make up for it. Mjolnir. Mjolnir. Fly this way. Shoot that guy. Shoot those guys. Let's go with the priests on this one first. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys are shield tanked. Obviously, they lasted 2 shots. But their shield is significantly weaker, so... As like this is a quick room for Hawks, this is a crazy fast room for these guys. And the fact that I got all of the devoted knights is kind of odd, but I'm good with it. Don't want to hit a speed cloud, so you're going to have to be careful over this way. Definitely hoping I could go up there and grab that sooner, but those guys are a little closer than I care for. But now we should be good. Approach there. 2 and 2. So the only thing about the Hawks is they're a lot more nimble. They have the smaller signature radius. They're like 500 meters per second faster in here. They just zip around and murder things. It's great. These guys are a bit slower, even with a good afterburner on. You don't want to put an MWD on them, because MWDs are, one, they suck a lot of cap, and these are already short. And two, you can go too fast with a speed cloud. You hit a speed cloud with an MWD on in here, especially in darks. You're going for a nice big visit outside of the edge. I like blitzing these sites. If you want to grab the caches, go ahead, but where I'm getting 4 done per hour, you're probably only going to get 3. There's nothing wrong with that. They are probably worth getting. They'll probably cover the cost of your filaments. 37 million there. Switching this back to Nova. You always want it Nova, because if you hit Angels, that's what you're shooting at them. And Angels is the worst room, so absolutely Nova every time. Oh, Harrowing, here we go. Medium range Deviant, Orbit at 1,000. Tangling 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3 on these guys. So the Velas don't remote rep. You can split your DPS up on them. Or if they do remote rep, they're not very good at it. I like to... It's a mix of focusing down the Velas or not. If you take them out, then it's a little less DPS. These guys have a bigger signature radius, so they'll take more damage. However, I'm also going around a medium deviant. That's going to kill all of these swarmers. And that'll reduce the DPS till they kick out more. And... Ooh, shoot. Rigor. Definitely need to do that. He's out of range. He is speed cloud. Here you go this way. Approach there. So yeah, the swarmers will die off every once in a while. And that'll give you a little bit of a break in damage if your shields are going down. Mine aren't. And then you don't have to worry about it as much. I mean, I make it look easy, but it is not easy. You have to know... So, like, I ran into 2 rooms that gave me some issues. And by issues, I mean... They had the potential to kill me, but didn't. That was an Angel room and a Marshal room. Overheating, absolutely, that fixed it, no problems. However, somebody newer to this would probably have died in those rooms. And they'd be like, but you make it look so easy, Loki. And it's like, I know. And I'm like, this much sorry for it. Because I make these look easier than what they probably are. 20 million in there. And I'm fully aware of that fact. So you more or less need perfect skills and very good gameplay. The nice thing about Darks is it does not have to be perfect gameplay. It has to be great, good to great gameplay. You can still make plenty in tier 4s with this as well. Like, more than your average little person. Because 350 million profit that's high for high sec. Even with 2 accounts. 175 mil per character? Yeah, okay. I missed the time on that. I think it was... oh, you guys should be docking up, actually. I believe it was 20 million on that. 20 mil. 156 million in 15 minutes. I'll say 15, but I know it was less than that. Let's go calculator. 23, only one slightly under. Minus 80, 413 million profit. So 493 mil total, minus 80 million is 413 mil profit. Second hour, 4 plus 356, 769 mil net profit so far. And that's 2 hours. Now keep in mind that it is possible to have losses and stuff like that. Like, that's definitely a thing that happens with these. But more or less 2 hours, they're paid off. If you can get past that, you're fantastic. You're sitting pretty. Start buying more of them. And on this side, we definitely need more Nova Fury. For 2,000. You're good on that. Damn it, I want those. Okay, Pyro. 1 blue, 1 crash. There we go. Now you guys are matching. Oh, actually I need darks as well. 2 darks this time. Kept bringing 3 because that's what I'm used to bringing. Throw these over here. You just need Nova and some of those. Actually, you need some of those as well. 7. Actually, I think you need the same amount, which would make sense. Not a lot of neuts that last round. 5, actually. Okay, and repair. You are good. Repair. Good. I should be able to get a few in yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a... where are you? Giveaway. Create. Hashtag hourly. Come on. Create. Announce that it is open. Please enter the hashtag hourly draw. And win my ISK off of me. I will be back in just a minute. I'm going to take a quick washroom break. And... did it run an ad on me already? Recently ran an ad and must wait to run another. Son of a bitch. Fine. Alright, so enter the hourly. I will be back in a minute. Taking a washroom break. Be right back. Are you alright taking Ruru up?
Yeah, I'm going to take her out shortly.
Alright. Oddly enough, it still won't let me run an ad, but whatever. Okay. Don't care you. Alright, so let's go over to here. You guys should be good. Close that up, undock. 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 And let's warp fleet here. On and on. Let's go draw this right quick. We are going to close the hourly. It now says closed, and the winner of 100 million ISK this hour is Gob Smackinator. Congratulations, buddy. Copy that. IGS paste. Copy that. Over to this guy. Give you Monster Burns Vodka. And there you go. Enjoy. Why is the rum gone? Anyway. Consume, consume. Check for negatives. Nothing. Cap and shield, that's alright. I don't like it, but it should be fine. Means this guy who has a lot more cap boosters is going to be using a lot more cap boosters. You guys are welcome to pre-roll those. Or, like I said, if you have the 3% cap hit plants and the Tetramon boosters going, you should be fine. Alright. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Don't usually see this. 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. If you're wondering the order of which I would do these. Now, one of the big nice things about these guys is they can target really far out. So things will fly into their missiles. If you have a 53-kilometer range, if you're targeting 100 kilometers out and they're flying super fast at it, they're still going to die. And that is fantastic. Okay, there are a couple short-range deviants. Okay, I'm going to go this way. I overheated a little bit on this dude because he's actually getting hit a bit, which is surprising me, but that's alright. He is, in fact, okay. I'm going to stop overheating. See what happens here. Yes, they actually hit fairly hard. Granted, the EM on these things is terrible, but still. Come on, kill the biocache for me.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for following Lokival.
Strike Dog, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Let's shoot 1 and 1. These guys die pretty quick. Overheat my hardener again. 1 round of overheating a hardener is not a huge issue for these guys. Also, the Skybreakers have a fairly strong tank, but if you're breaking it, then you're breaking it. Okay, we're going back into that. 36 million. And reload, reload. cat booster, cat booster. Again, this guy's going to be a little low on things, so might hit those a little more often. Feel free to re-roll your boosters. Just roll the one first and then the two that don't have negative effects afterwards. This definitely has more, but it'll reload once we get through. So first room was 3.5 minutes. Ooh. So I don't like that I'm in a blue cloud. However, these guys chasing me in a blue cloud is generally ideal. They die very fast in these things. Okay, the web's caught up to me. Should actually be shooting the strike lance instead. So what do I have left here? I've got 2 strike lance, 3 ember lance, and that's it for DPS. 1 and 2. And then we're going to kill snarecasters because we want to go to the next room. Alright. Target that. Okay, so we're just destroying this one right quick. We're 5 minutes in and we're almost done the second room. 33 million. Also, very average loot drops on it so far. I'm alright with that. And there we go. Last room with 14 minutes left. This was a Cribdus. It will take a moment longer. We're going to go this way. Oh, geez, that's a lot of entanglers. We're going to go this way. And this guy's going to work on the dissipators because we are actually a little terrible on cap right now. But this guy's the better one, so it's okay. Medium and short range multi-body tracking. So we want to go left, not right. 57, and we're at minus 15 this one, so. I don't know why I targeted those. They're going to be dead. Target that and that. This guy is currently being shot by Karen. It's alright, as long as he's not being hit by Karen, we're fine. 1 and 2. They don't need to shoot the same one in here. So, the nice thing about the Jack, it's good and bad. Hawks have a faster rate of fire, so that means that they're not over DPSing things. And what I mean by over DPSing is, for example, if something has 2% hull left, and you're shooting 2,000 damage into it. Let's see how much. 1,200 damage into it. It's got 50 points of hull left. But it takes, what, 10 seconds to shoot again? How fast are these? 5.3. Hawks shoot faster than that. But I don't think they don't do as much damage per shot. But it's a higher DPS. But having the faster shots, yes, you have the reload, which doesn't matter to these guys. But more importantly, you clip less damage off when you kill things. So if you have a bunch of small targets that die fast, you want the faster rate of fire, even if it's the same DPS. If you're dealing with a nice big Charybdis, if it's the same DPS, it really doesn't matter, because the reload time is a very small portion of that. Yeah, we can go up that way. Okay, let's open that. 37. And that one took 11 minutes. So, pretty well, what, 96 mil? Nope. 106 mil. In 11 minutes. Okay, we're going to switch this up a little bit. That guy's going to dock up. This guy's going to approach here. Going to open this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to throw 106 mil over here. We're not going to grab anything from here at the moment. This guy is going to grab some tier 6. Now, these are not super fantastic for tier 6 for a couple minor reasons. However, they can do them. And it's more about getting instant positive than running forever. And sometimes you go in and you lose on your first one, and sometimes you go in and you lose on your 30th one. And if it's your 30th one, you don't really care. So, what this guy's going to grab, he's going to go 03. And I want the 2 cap ones. And then we're going to go tetri. You know what, I'm going to go 2s. 2s are a lot cheaper. 2 of those, and 2 of those. So I'm throwing in 40 million more in implants, and I'm using 5 million more per character in boosters. In which columns? Event boosters. Event boosters, if you are struggling with tier 6, but then you get event boosters that stop the issue you're struggling with, run tier 6. It's so much more risk. I did not grab filaments. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, either way, you can go plug in, consume, jettison, yes. Consume, plug in, and you can grab cap boosters. Let's see. Okay, so these were not cap stable. Now they take 8 minutes and 20 seconds to deplete. So that is significantly longer. I think it was 3 before. Unfortunately, I can't test because I should have checked that first. That's okay. Cataclysmic. I'll grab 6. I don't think I'll use 6, but I'll grab 6 anyway. And obviously you're going to use the Tetramon at the start of your run, not towards the end of your run. But when I got that bad spawn for Angels, and I had 4 Elite Cinnables, running out of cap was my biggest issue. So that's going to happen less now. This guy was crazy running out of cap. Simulate. He is actually back to around the 3-minute mark with minus 15% cap, so he's still going to get new to less, and he's not my main DPS. I'm throwing 4 of these Catadarks into the Orca so that they're safe. Cataclysmic Dark. So again, I up the value of these things. They're paid off at this point anyway. Plus another 80 million, so it's positive now. It does not hurt to throw some upgrades into things and run higher if you are getting bored of the lower ones. Heralds are terrible for you. These guys are somewhat resistant to them, so that's kind of nice. But these 50... What? How am I still 51, 49, whatever? Sweet. Didn't think I was going to be that resistant, but I'll take it. Let's kill some heralds and not have to worry about it. I do know range has some impact on them, so... But if I can hit them no matter what, we're good. Being neuted, but not by much. Lookouts are much less effective against Jacks than Hawks. I'm running 80 million worth of implants ice. So I threw on just a few cap implants. And by a few, I mean 2 cap implants for 6%. Before I went up to tier 6. There's my implants. So about 20 mil a piece, 80 million. Nothing special. And I'm probably going to put those as a recommendation if you're running above tier 4 to throw those in, so you aren't too hard on your cap boosters. Hey, Sidewinder, how's it going? Sidewinder is another streamer. He doesn't always stream Eve, but he's worth draw. Actually, wait, have you been streaming Eve lately or other stuff? I mix up who runs what sometimes. Okay, we can go towards this. Guess who? How you doing, buddy? Both of you, make sure you hashtag Horde, please. Get in on that draw. And Ice, it seemed absolutely fair to throw in 40 more in implants and throw on a couple more boosters that are currently event boosters to go up to tier 6. I saw no issues with doing that. I'm well, thank you. I finally got over my goddamn cold again. Shoot that thing. Okay, that's not a short range. We're alright. Open that. Medium? Obviously. It's not a short Loki, it has to be a medium. Anyway, so you approach there, you pop that, you don't need to, but you're gonna. And switch back to Nova Fury, 50 million in that. And these should work out to being what? 350, so about 225. Should work out to about that. So about 75 a run should be average. I know, right? Velarum, that's absolutely fine. Medium deviant over here. I don't like that we're by a tracking tower. Definitely don't like that speed cloud. Does anyone know what advantage Jackdaws have in here that Hawks do not? It's actually fairly obvious. But you have to be aware of it. Jacks are good for it, Hawks are not. Let me double check here. It does have to do with the mode, yes. But what specifically about it? And I'll give you the other clue. It has to do with speed clouds and modes. Something is lighting this. We can go to the biocache, that's alright. You did not switch off Mjolnir. That's alright. Yeah, we definitely want that. No Fury. Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. Okay, so Hawks. Let's take a quick look at Hawks. So they get bonuses to light missile and rocket max velocity, shield booster, damage, and so on and so forth. So 50% damage to max velocity, which gives it its further range. Alright? For Jackdaws, you get rate of fire, launcher reload time, heat damage taken, miscellaneous missile and damage bonus right off the bat. But in sharpshooter mode, you get a higher bonus to the missile velocity. So you have a better chance of hitting other ships, even in those speed clouds, than what the Hawk does. I thought it was higher than that, but it's still 17%, which is quite a bit of an increase. 84 million in that one. Keeping in mind that it may not feel like it right now, but these are tier 6s. Trust me, we hit an angel room. It will feel like it. But yes, slightly more velocity to missiles. I thought it was a little more than that, unfortunately. Proved myself wrong. Okay, we're going to kill the Vila next on both of these guys. And mark those. So I need about 70 million to hit that. No, I need 225. So 100 million would be nice for the next round. Obviously more is nicer, but that's alright. And I got that thing, but I actually really haven't gotten a lot for muted plasma drops for these guys. So the other nice thing about triple boxing is because you get 3 sets of loot at once, it averages a lot better than this. Same with if you're running cruisers, you can be like, oh, I went in and I barely made back the cost of the filament. But then the next run you could be like, oh, I just came out with 3 billion. And that can be a little aggravating sometimes. Oh no. I mean, as long as it's within specs, it should be fine. Okay, Blast Lance, Ever Lance. We got a couple deviants. Oh, we have 2 deviants for them to fly through. That'll work. What's that? Don't want a short. I mean, why do you have a temp sensor on a hard drive? That's kind of odd. And hard drives generally don't produce much for heat. One, two, three. What's the... Ooh, Contempo with a rate of 95. Thank you very much, Contempo. I hope you had a wonderful stream tonight. I am doing well so far. It's been a while since I've taken the Jackdaws out for a spin, so kind of happy about that. Everyone who just came in, hashtag Horde, and ruin everyone else's day and having a great chance of winning some ISK. What were you up to today? Did you undock today? Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Mercy is the mark.
Ooh.
Guess I'm just a good man. Well, I'm alright.
Thank you for the sub. I super appreciate it. I'll be around for another half hour or so. PI setup. What'd you set up? What PI are you making? Do I need to ruin it with my PI? Because, I mean, I'm not changing mine, so if I am, it's your own fault. Single planet rocket fuel. I shall drop another 200,000 on that in a few weeks. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, let's open this thing here. I got some nice easy rooms on this one, so we're definitely going to have to run another one, but that's why I brought more filaments. Open that. Snarecaster. Hopefully a different Snarecaster. Yeah, it looks like it. You approach there. Technically, I don't even need to shoot any more of these guys. Ha ha ha. Grab that for another 70 million. That'll do. reload, reload. Activate gate, 72 million. And that's going to be 13 minutes. So 156, 206 million in 15 minutes. Going to my 11th. I just started running tier 6s. I added a couple implants. So here's the basic fit. I added a couple 3% cap implants. And because we have the event boosters, I use the event boosters. So be aware that if you're watching this video in like 3 years' time, you have to have some event boosters to make it this much easier. 1, 2, I did this wrong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 204. There we go. But the earlier part's still good. I did not use the event boosters, so unless there's some massive changes, that should be fine. Activate that and that. Let's see what we get. So endobenthics are a not problem. That might be too strong of a word. God damn it, endobenthic. They're annoying. Is what they are. So many gaze dimmers. Okay. Fine, whatever. Webs 1. We are killing 1 web. Switching to Mjolnir on both of these guys. Shoot. Shoot. And hopefully they are in range. Yes, they are. Now, there's one plate forger trying to keep all of these poor guys alive. I'm flying between 2 medium-range deviants. It's not going to work for them. Okay, 1 or that should do it actually for that. Switching to Inferno. I am probably going to be saving time on this guy just for the fact that I don't have to shoot all these frigates. They will die on their own. So not having to kill 10 ships, even if it only takes a couple shots each, makes a huge difference. This guy should have grabbed more cap boosters and did not. But this guy's cap lasts significantly longer, so if I need to, I can give him a couple more. So most of the frigates are dead on their own. All that's left is that one poor little plate forger. And rather than shoot him, I'm just going to keep shooting at the endobenthic and not waste that DPS in any kind of way. Where are you? Where are you? Perfect. Contempo, make me more missiles. If you have any questions, feel free to join my Discord. Ask me anytime. Obviously, not right while I'm streaming. Probably wouldn't be the greatest time. But outside of that, feel free. And same as you can ask it in my channel or a private message. Either is fine. I mean, you should be going through lasers and all, which are infinite, or drones, but still, I suppose. Definitely the Abyss. I also happen to go through quite a few cap boosters on top of that. Let's... Oh my god, you're going down quick. Love it. So we are 4 minutes in, and he's into armor. That is a good sign. $47 million there. Jeez, that was a terrible drop, wasn't it? Here, have a couple surveys and a very tiny bit of isogen. These might be more worth grabbing in here. Worth grabbing? Worth grabbing in here. So Contempo, did you need low-sat gas for reactions in order to make those missiles? Because I could probably help you out with that if you did. Okay, let's approach there. Back to Nova. You can pop that, that's fine. It'll complain I don't have any more to reload it, and then it'll reload it with one anyway. Okay, so you were supposed to be going through that. Yay, interesting stuff. Alright, so we're going to mark those. I'm going to have to mark it again. Overheat this. One on this. And we're good. Good. That's a bit of a move. Although, I mean, usually there's people who do things like that, so it shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Pop cap boosters. You want lots of cap in here. Every time. Okay, so at this point, I have not hit defensive mode. That is absolutely still an option on the table. My guys are in sharpshooter mode to kill them quicker. Okay? So, yes, this is an easier tier 6 room of these. Actually, shit. The tier 5 room I had was harder than this. But, just be aware that you have options available to you. Use them. Having this overheated is better than having this overheated, by far. Okay, we're going to take out the elite Dramules first. And then we're just going to go through the list. Notice how there's 3 Furies, but my guys still have plenty of cap. The Furies are not the issue for cap. You don't need to kill them first. It's definitely the Cinnables are the issue for cap. You definitely need to kill those first. Okay. You can shoot Nixian. So yeah, tier 6 Angel Room. I'm sorry that one was super easy. Sword Spine. I mean, this is definitely just it was clearing up once the symbols were dead. 109 million. Gravid Afterburner, Cat of Dark, Cat of Fire. So I need about 80 in the last one to hit about average. How are you doing? Yeah. You're fine. I definitely need cat boosters before I go into the next abyssal. Alright. This is somewhat interesting. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So like I said, I am low on cat boosters. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And if any of these guys start getting particularly close, I will overheat my AB and get out of the range. Because if I can keep DPS going, that is definitely better. They generally don't target him a lot, except for like one might switch target. So you only need to actually do the overheat move thing with one. They're a little further away now. This is also an option. If they're within 30, you can still hit them with propulsion mode on. And it is safer. Hashtag cord, guys. Hashtag.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for following Lokival.
Deviant Soul, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You can solo up to tier 3. However, tier 3 is fairly dangerous to do. So, yes, you can do it. It's not necessarily worth it. You can absolutely massacre tier 2, though. Like, Hawk, can, if you don't have max DPS with missiles, you might want to use... Oh, shoot, that's the damage. That's alright. You might want to use... that other thing. What's the other thing? Okay. You might want to use rockets instead of missiles, which is absolutely fine for tier 2. To be fair, you can do the same thing with this. You can use rockets instead of missiles, have further range, and this thing would absolutely destroy things much faster than a Hawk. Because you get to shoot into the resist holes of these things. This is, for example, 36% resists with explosive instead of 53. So you're doing a fair bit more damage. Does help if all of your guys are shooting. Uh, 72. Which is close to what I was aiming to. Not that I exactly get a choice in the matter. That is way too many speed clouds. Draugr's kind of the same thing, but Draugr... I haven't tried it in Tier 2, Tier 3. It's a little more worth it to take a 300 million ISK ship into that than a 700. Draugr is still not a cheap ship. See if we end up in that speed cloud or not. Close to it. Stop there. I actually don't want to be in it. Tracking tower does not bother me. Alright, so that's what? 181, 188, 228 million. Oh, we hit pretty well exactly average on that. You asking me that because you hate me, Jimmy Jabba? What are you doing? Drones, armor resists, that. Reload you, dock up. It is absolutely there for a reason, and the reason it is up there is this. That is why it exists. However, this is such a niche ability that not a lot of people use it. So, let's take a quick look here, though. Nothing for... You get no damage to any weapons other than drones. Cool. How many drones can you use? 25. So you can use light drones. Do I have the skill for that, by the way? Requirements. Yes, I do. What's my command destroyers at? Is command destroyers at least 4? It is. Alright, cool. Electrical gamma. Okay, so you've got lots of extra drones. That's kind of nice. Let's go. Damage. 150 DPS with drones. You're going to go rocket. You're going to go light neutron. You're going to go Nova Rage. You go 1MN. You're going to go...
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for following Lokival.
Vase, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
Hello, adventurer, and thank...
Let's go small armor. Which one's the cheap one? Reactive? Yeah, we'll see. That fits easily enough. Which one of these things are the cheapest these days? Energized membrane. Of course. Multi-spectrum.
Hello, adventurer, and thank
There
you
we
for
go.
following Lokival.
Mighty Boo Boss, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're not going for that one. 110, 51, or that. 51. Those are enough resists. He sure does. He's already been here, so that's okay. Okay, that's not really an issue. We could bring that up easily enough. Oh, no, we're going to have to drop that. So let's go small cap. 4 minutes, that's good. Booster. Got plenty of space for that. Now, you might not need both of these, but you have both of them if you need it. 200 million, that's fairly reasonable. These are overheatable, so, I mean, fine, I'll explain it. You're not going to have it set up like this. You're going to have it set up like, actually, you're probably going to have 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then you're probably going to go like a rocket. And like we said, Nova Rage. Well, you know what? Oh, that's actually fairly easy. 1 sec. We don't care that much about this thing. There we go. Now keep in mind, no, I don't have anything for that right now, do I? No, I don't. Perfect. So this is with my skills. 360 DPS. Oh, crap. What did I plan on doing these in? Not that. Did plan explosive. Oh, whatever. You know what? Who cares? That would do it. 360 DPS, this thing will wreck tier 2s. You're cap stable, you're double repped. Your range on this sucks, but you're using it for like battleships and stuff. Your range on this is good enough. Your drones are fine. Your drone damage is 158, so that's not even all your damage, but that's still your best damage. Actually, to be fair, no, don't want to do it. Why was that not showing up? Magnetic. 370 or... No, I'd go with a 360 because it's better application. This would probably do it. I don't know why I went through the trouble of building this. I'm going to say that one was 16 minutes. So in the last hour we made... 228 plus 206 plus 106 minus 40 for that one, minus 120 for the other two. 380 million still. $80, 140, 160. Yep, that's about right. but it was in 3 runs instead of 4. So 380 mil profit again, putting net profit at about 1,100. And that's counting the filament prices and whatnot, so that should not be too bad. Save. Why are you doing this to me, Jimmy? Copy the clipboard. Let's go over to here. Add Jimmy. Jimmy, are you on the God damn it, the Discord? Are you on the Discord? Abyssal Lurkers Discord. And what's your Discord name? So I can share this pain with everyone and blame you for it. Manage that. This is your last chance to enter the Dragon Sword, by the way, which is a chance at 5 billion ISK. Are you? I don't think you're into the Abyssal Lurkers Discord, then, are you? Alright. Either way, it's in the T1, T2 Frigg Destroyer spot, so it should be there. Oh, that's okay. Red, are you following me yet? Because you are a bit newer to the stream. This is your first time chatting here. Alright, so we got that. Hashtag Horde. Redheaded, get in there on that draw, because I'm doing that in, like, a moment here.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for
Ihan, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you.
Let me get this stuff ready. So I need this box and this box. See, there you go. That's why you didn't see me.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you.
I have 99 magic cards in here of varying kinds. And we are going to close this draw. Announce that this draw is closed. And the way this one works is I built a deck of magic cards, and the color of the card you get determines what your prize is. The winner tonight is Wiggly Nuts 1. You're not required to be here, however, if you are here, it is definitely preferable. Let's pop over here. IGS paste. We got a name, so we're good on that. I have had people who have had me like everyone blocked to Whispers, and they weren't here, and I'm like, the hell do I do? I want to give it to you, but I have no way of telling you who you are because I don't know your in-game name. That's so sad. Anyway, beside the point. All right, just in case he is not here, Wiggly Nuts, are you here or not? Let's go. Oh wait, no, that's not how I do that. Oh, we're going to take this, and here is this, and here are 99 magic cards. You know what? This should be fine here. We're going to pick a number between 1 and 99. I'm going to make this thing a bit bigger so that we can see them better. And his prize is determined by which card is in there. Now, we had 3 multicolored legendaries in here. However, of course, the very first goddamn card that came out of this deck happened to be one of those. So that is out. There's one, Kahira the Orphan Guard. And the other is where? There we go. Zar Ojanin. So there's those. Nothing from Wiggly Nuts. Alright. first number put in chat, 99. So it was 100 to start. However, it progressively gets smaller as we go. And, of course, it would be 69 is the number picked for this. Like to kite, I am not overly surprised. Oddly enough, that was the same one as last time that won 2 billion ISK off this. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. So one of the big ones is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The other big one is still in here. There's 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Red card. What is red card? Is definitely not my precious deck. Wasn't 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80 is not in there. Oh, there it is. So still about another 10 down or so. His card is a red card. 250 mil. Perfect. Easy way to do that is that too. I got his name already, so let's just pop over to here. And we'll go paste. Auto-link character. Pretty sure that was going to be the only one of those. And 250 million is sent his way. I made 1.1 billion profit today, so these ships are paid off and then a little bit. Okay, this is the empty one. And this one has the... No, it doesn't. Where the hell's the card? Okay, I'm going to have to make sure there's only 2 of those in there next time. Damn it, what the hell did I do with that? Legendary is supposed to be in one of these boxes, and it surely isn't. That's okay. We checked. There were 2 in here. We're good. This card can go in here. That one is out. Alright, cool. I'll find it later. Thank you for joining me. I had fun. Some people were asking for content for the Jackdaws again, and now we have it for them. Which actually, there's somebody in here who was specifically looking for it as well, so that did help. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me. I was glad to have you all here. Let me go see who I can find to raid you over to. Did I archive that draw like I was supposed to? It's always a good question. Giveaways. Yes, I did. Good job, me. Pat on the back. All right, let's go Twitch. Who do we have tonight? Oh, well, that will answer that. I never get to raid Chaos. Raid. Chaos 1298. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you later. Go visit Chaos. He's terrible at everything he does, for the most part. But he's got a lot of friends that help him through and carry him, so it's okay. Go follow him. He's probably going and doing some faction warfare stuff. He's been into that a lot lately. Let's go, Angels, let's go. Yeah, that's definitely what he's doing tonight. Have fun. I do enjoy watching him all the time. He's a great guy. I'm leaving you in good hands. See you later. Fly fun. This will be up on YouTube later if you're looking for it. Have a great night.